Whether you're new to this or true to this, welcome to Real for That. I'm Ben.
And I'm Steph, and this is the show where we use our expert opinions to recap, review, and dissect our favorite reality TV shows and what's wrong with your mic.
So we got new mics, you guys. Kind of like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a week ago.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing that there's like a dial on it.
Yeah, I have mine.
Where is yours? That's why I was looking at mine. In the middle, I think. Okay. I mean, if I sound good, then that's all that
Yeah,
matters.
you do sound good. I have mine 4 away from Max if you look at it upside down, but the way that it faces us.
Yeah, you talk softer than me though, so I'll keep mine in the middle.
Okay. Anyway,
Let's dive in, you guys. Wait, we didn't even say. Wait, yeah, we did. Okay,
BB
so
28, let's get real.
BB28. We're gonna get real with BB28, with OTEV, with all the fun stuff. It was a big app,
It
and
was.
let me just say that when I sat down to watch this episode yesterday, it was honestly like I hate to say it was the last thing I wanted to do, but it was the last thing I wanted to do because I had intended to watch it whilst traveling. And the Amtrak Wi Fi decided not to let me do that. So then by the time I finally got home, got settled in, I wanted to go to sleep. But thankfully, this episode kept me so entertained that, like, all of a sudden I was wide awake again because it was really just a packed ep with so much going on.
I
So
know.
I think we honestly just need to dive right into it. It picks up right after the nomination ceremony, after Yash nominates Haley, Dee, and Angela.
Indeed.
Um, you know what? It's just hysterical how much Haley thinks that she's just like a victim in this game. Like it's so funny. She's
Oh
like
my God.
this is probably her first tricky week, right?
Ish.
It's not even that crazy, but this is probably like her first time finding herself like in this pickle.
Yeah.
But according to her, it's just been turmoil the whole time. Now, in terms of post nomination reactions, I was cracking up at Angela going into the diary room and saying, "Can I just cry in here for a little bit?" Like, she is so funny. She's so funny.
I know she really is. I just posted a photo from Leah Peters, one of our faves.
Hmm.
Um, Angela has her face on a truck.
Of course.
Love that for her.
Yeah, I saw that Leah posted a photo dump for Angela's birthday, and I love that
Mm-hmm.
they're like still so close outside of the house. I find that
I
so cute.
know. I know.
Um, and my first like major thing that I want to just like touch on is like Dee's playing a very interesting game because like I don't know if I am like disconnected, but like I didn't understand that she like was seriously this close with Kamu. Like I thought she was kind of just playing all of her sides, but she's like seriously like getting close with Kamu, at least in the beginning of this episode, that's what it looks like. Because the first thing she does is go up to him and be like, I tried to bargain with Yash and he didn't take it. But I'm like, why? Like, I didn't realize that she was spilling her guts to him like this.
Well, because she told him about the power, so then
Hmm.
she feels like, oh, I should probably update him.
Right. But I'm like, I didn't know that they were like this closely aligned for that to like be her first thing to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they also like low key were flirting with each other at one point or another. So like, I don't know. I think they're close
Right.
enough.
Right. I also thought it was funny that Kamu said in confessional that in this game D has flopped. According to who? Because I think although she is very much a threat and everybody knows it, she's very well positioned and literally just got herself off the block with no blood on her hands.
Well, Yash was saying, I think this was on live feeds. He was saying, I don't know how she won Survivor.
That's crazy. I think she's a very good player, and I think her only downside in this game is the fact that she's a known threat.
Right, for sure.
But aside from that, I think she's doing an amazing job.
Yeah, no, I agree.
She's so likable.
So likable.
Yeah. Um, what else do you got?
I have a lot of Drew notes to start.
I'm sure.
So my first note to kick this whole thing off for me is a direct quote from Drew himself. They call me Drew Barry because I always leave them wanting more.
I I purposely did not write that down because I knew you did. I was
It's
like,
covered.
I was like, I'm not even gonna jot it down because like it's
Yeah.
that
Um,
was actually clever of Drew.
so clever. I wonder if she's gonna like shout him out later, but probably not. We'll see.
Yeah.
And then I also have Drew tells Dee about Kamu gunning for her, which is good. Like I feel like we're starting to see him have a
Uh-huh.
loyalty to someone. And we know where he stands in terms of the sides of the house and creating this new side, which we'll get into. So I don't know. I knew that he was gonna do this. Like it's the only thing that makes sense for his game. Like he can't float for this long, and he
Hmm.
knows that, which is good. So he is trying to pick
Totally.
sides. He is trying to be with the majority. Eventually, like, create a majority vote. And yeah,
He's playing a great game.
I agree.
Like obviously we like him because he's funny and he's silly and whatever, but like aside from that, like he is playing a very good game.
Mm-hmm.
I also just have like a couple like small things to mention.
Is it about Drew?
No.
Okay, I have one more about Drew from
Oh,
the
great.
same time period.
Oh, okay.
Um, he warns Barrett about Yash and Kamu throwing his name into the ringer, just to put a fire under him so that he could potentially win a veto if he is selected, which I think at that point he was selected for the veto.
Hmm.
And I was like, you know what? Yeah, like he made so much sense in his confessional saying why he did it. And I was like, good for him.
Yeah, I also love that. I like when people are aligned close enough to speak up and like look out for one another, even when like they're not in like a dire situation or they're not like in the room together. Like I think that speaks to being a good strategic player when you're able to kind of like persuade someone against nominating one of your allies or whatever and not
Mm-hmm.
making it like obvious, you know?
Yeah, and also his reasoning for which to actually go on your point, like you can't call him a floater anymore. Like he's fully diving
Hmm.
into his people, and like we're seeing that now, and like this is the time to do it. You don't need to do it so early on.
No,
So
I think there's good players this season. There really is, and I think a lot of people aren't loving this season, but I think people say that every season.
I
People say
agree.
that every season. They're like, "Ugh, this season's trash," and then in 5 years they'll be like, "I loved that season."
I
And
know.
personally, I really like this season, and
Me
I really
too.
like the people.
Me
Um,
too. He also says the reason why he told Barrett was if this is kind of like going to our clips that we're about to post, for like why like they say stupid things in the diary room. He says he says if three members of my alliance were on the block, that would super suck for me.
duh.
Um, yeah, and then I think this was still before the comp and everything, but they're putting
Hmm.
chirping noises over Kamo, and I think that's so funny.
Wait, why?
Like, did you hear them in the episode?
Not really.
Yeah. So Drew was saying to Barrett, yeah, like Kamu's chirping about like putting you up and stuff like that, which like chirping in hockey is just like talking bad mouthing someone.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm assuming they're using it in that context. But yeah, and then the editors they cut to Kamu and they put bird chirps over it.
Wait, I did notice. Yeah. This is ringing a bell now.
So
Yeah.
funny.
Also very in relation to the TikToks that we're planning to post. But Drew is the definition of Big Brother voice.
Yes. Yes.
You know how they all talk in the way, it's not as prevalent anymore, but like, I want to say like middle Big Brother,
Mm-hmm.
like was a very Big Brother voice.
Yeah.
And Drew is the definition of that when he's talking about the whole Barrett situation. That I don't remember the quote exactly, but he's like, they're thinking about Barrett for replacement nominee, but I was in the room, so thankfully I was able to shoot it down.
I know it's always the head movements like that and the arm on the
Yeah, and it's like, da-da, da-da, da-da.
it
And
has a
it's like,
beat to it.
whoa,
It's
yeah,
enthusiastic, it's
it's very,
yelling.
it's
Mm-hmm.
very like copy and paste, like the same way you would explain a competition,
It's giving Zach Rance of BB16.
1000%. Also, Just another reason that everybody needs to be following Real for That podcast on Instagram because there's exclusive content that you're not going to see on the show. For example, post nomination ceremony, Dee is very upset about being nominated and the possibility of going home. She's crying in her room. Barrett is comforting her. She asks him to stay. They're cuddling. And if you were to follow Real for That podcast on Instagram, you would see that our very own Stephanie Lane caught on live feeds that Barrett kissed her on the cheek, but the producers of Big Brother decided to cut that out, which I thought was interesting because maybe the producers were like, this isn't like significant. Like, it's not like it was like a friendship kiss. I think most people know that. But I think like, I mean, showing from our, you know, engagement on that post, like people had a lot to say about it.
For sure.
So I was surprised that they just like cut it completely.
I know.
Because I mean, it didn't really push any story in terms of like the story that the producers are trying to push. Like, there's not even like a Dee and Barrett story anymore. I feel like that kind of like
Right.
went away after
Ship
like week
sailed.
one. Yeah. So I guess they were like, this is irrelevant to keep in. But interesting that they just like cut it out completely.
I like if anything moved further with them, I could see them throwing it in as like a little flashback.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's fine.
Also, I think it's so funny that there's just like new alliances, new final twos, left, right, and center.
I know. Like, how can you keep up without a pen and paper?
There's the primaries, which I'm missing somebody
Devon's.
from this list. Yes, it's Devon's. Devon's,
Kamu.
Kamu, Yash, and Taylor.
That's correct.
And then the Bermuda Triangle, which is the same thing just without Taylor. Mind you, both of these are fake alliances because Devon's really is not aligned with them.
No.
Um,
But I did think it's interesting that he said later in the episode when he's about to think about making a move, he says, you know, the people who I hang out in the house with the most are Kamu and Yash.
mm-hmm.
Like, that's kind
Yeah.
of random, but I see it and whatever.
Also, on this same note, Kamu and Yash declared a final two, which I feel like is another one of those things that's just like very similar to when when FAP, when FAP was created, it was kind of like, duh.
Yeah, but also, didn't they create this like last week?
Okay, I'm so glad you said this because I wrote down in my notes and then deleted. Did this already happen?
Well, I think I maybe recorded it on live feeds and never got around to posting it.
Yeah, maybe because I was like, I feel like this is obvious. Like, I feel like we knew this, but they were acting like this was like brand stinking new.
Yeah, I have no idea. Anyway.
But shall we get into the veto players / veto comp?
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
So the veto players include, obviously, Yash, Dee, Haley, Angela. And the two chosen house guests are Melody and Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
And the veto comp is OTEV, which is always a
OTEV.
treat.
Always.
It looks so fun, but also traumatizing.
Yeah. But I want
Like,
to
I
do
feel
it.
like, oh, I want to do it for sure. But I just feel like I would probably like flop a little. I feel like I probably wouldn't, like, I don't think I would do as good as I would want to, for sure.
I think it would be hard for me to get up the ramp thing that they have
That's what
going
I
on
was
there.
thinking.
But other
That
than
looks
that,
like
I
the
feel
hardest
okay.
part.
Yeah.
But wait, I'm confused because didn't you say that somebody was hiding pieces?
Yes.
Was that in the episode?
You saw it a little bit in round 1 and then they never showed it again.
Okay, so who was hiding the pieces again?
Melody
Barrett?
was hiding pieces from Dee.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
they did cut to Melody and Dee both making their piles.
Mm-hmm.
But then they didn't like show any background to that, ask them for anything in the diary room. Like,
Yeah,
there was no explanation.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you have to say about Mr. Otev?
Well, I just think it was funny how Yash had a diary room session where he's like trying to explain the rules of the game as they do.
As they do.
And he says, this comp is all about agility and and it's like cutting to him tripping.
I'm crying. Also, like, it's not really about good balance.
No.
You just
Unless
have
it
to run
is,
up a
but
ramp.
yeah, I don't know. Angela's first out, of course.
Naturally.
Naturally. She's giving Donna Kelsey of Traders.
Except Angela doesn't have a contract that only keeps her in for 3 episodes. She has a
She
contract that
can't
keeps
even
her
make it
in.
to the third challenge. The fact that they
uh,
reordered that episode just for Donna to go home for this contract is hilarious to
it was
me.
so crazy. It was so crazy. I can't. We could have a whole episode on that itself.
I cannot wait for that
Um,
NDA to be done.
for real. Um, I want Angela on Trader, speaking of. I think
Shooty.
she's the faithful.
I think it needs to be in a few years though, because I think if she does it like soon, they're gonna be like sick of her.
I would never get sick of her.
Like season 6, season 7. Okay. Anyway, should we get into the winner of OTEV?
Let's get into the winner of OTEV because apparently agility and balance was the way.
Hi, Yash. We're talking to you right now.
Yeah, so Yash won the big OTEV.
He is in all of the control that he could be in for this week. I will like to add that Barrett was second place once again,
Uh-huh.
literally killing all these challenges, except it just does not execute properly. I do have to say that both of them had some good strategy at the end. Like Yash found Ashley, and he knew that Barrett didn't find Ashley, so then he found Ashley again, and then he took it so it'd be harder for Barrett to find. Like I know it's been done before, but like
Hmm.
I'm like, because we don't think like, oh, super fans in like on BB28 right now, we think Drew, we think Melody, we think Barrett even, but
Hmm.
like nobody's saying like Yash is like a super fan, but like Yash knows, like Yash knows
Yeah.
what to do.
Yeah, I also feel like this is one of the first seasons in a while that feels like the concept of a super fan is not like it's a kind of more of a positive thing than a negative thing, at least for this season. And I think it's kind of what's unfortunately started to, I hate to say ruin, but ruin Survivor.
Mm.
You know, like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's been a very prevalent thing in new era Survivor where it's like literally everybody on it is the biggest fan of the show and has watched every single season 12 times and knows every
Right.
single contestant and they're trying to like replicate something. But in this season of Big Brother, like it really is working because I think it's more so like people are such big fans, but they want to be a new
Yeah,
like house guest. Like they want to be like a new recognizable house guest, not recreate the people that they've been watching.
exactly. I totally
Except
agree.
for the tea kettle. But
This is true. But anyway. Okay, yeah, so Yash wins the veto, and we kind of just like get into the nitty gritty after of everything going on in the house.
yeah, it's pretty clear immediately after the veto, like it's not getting used. Like it's literally
Right.
not even a discussion. Like Yosh is
Which
like,
on live
I'm
feeds, it was 50-50.
what?
Yes.
Who wanted him to use it?
Kamu.
Why? I thought he wanted D out.
Yeah, he does. Kamu wanted Yash to use it on Angela to try to stay close with Angela and like get on her good side and like pretend like this never happened and put up Barrett because then Dee and Barrett are close, wouldn't be as competitive against each other, and also then if one of them went home,
Yeah.
that's a good thing for them.
Yeah, I do remember you talking about this actually. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember saying, first of all, stupid. They're not going to try less because they're friends.
Right.
Especially not D. And also, Kamu needs to realize that this is not his HOH.
I know.
Great for Yash in a sense because he's not really getting much blood on his hands because he's just kind of doing what the people are telling him. But also like have a backbone and make your HOH your HOH.
But I think this is his strategy and it is his backbone by like using other people's words and also using like he only put up D not because she's an icon and threat even though that's what he's thinking. He's putting her up because she put me up.
Totally. No, yeah, I think that stuff is very smart. But I think like Kamu, like I find it funny that Kamu says that if Yash took Angela off the block, it would
Hmm.
heal Kamu's relationship with Angela.
Well, he's saying like both of theirs, but yeah,
And it's like, it's not your HOH. Like, shut up.
I know.
But I mean, I get it, but it's like, it's literally not your HOH. Like, wait your
Right,
turn. You had your HOH
right.
and you
Well,
flopped. Well, actually, he did have a good HOH,
yeah, you
kind
did.
of. Um, but should we get into who might be using their veto?
Heck yeah.
And his name is Rick Devens. He is in the gym, and we get a fierce sequence of him contemplating using this Diamond Power veto. As you were saying, he starts to think about personal versus game relationships and how he hangs out with Kamu and Yash the majority of the time in the house. Like, those are his guys, but you don't win by being friends. And he's like, he realizes that it is better for his game to use this on D and draw that line in the sand. Like, now is time. And I agree. I think now is time. I think people have been playing it safe, but it is time that they need to make these divisions clear because they're already kind of known. So I think it just is a good move to, really make that a thing.
Yeah, and Devins was reflecting on his time in Survivor, saying, if any of you have watched any of my seasons, you'd know that I'm very loyal to my number one, and that is D for me, so that's why I want to use this. And then the second thing I was going to add to this is, like, it kind of seems like Devins and Drew are figuring out that now's the time to, show loyalty. So there has to be something
Hmm.
to that. Like, both of them are deciding to be loyal now. I mean, it must be, like, really strategic to do that at this point in the game. Like, is this officially the halfway point?
I don't know. I'm not going to do the math, but like,
I feel like
yes.
it is, or like right before. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I
Because it
think it is
ends
about
when? Like,
halfway.
end of September, early October.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's giving halfway point now. Um, and also he decides that it's time to consolidate the big seven and make a new crossover, like be like really just combine all the forces. This being the icons,
Mhm.
Devins, Dee, and Angela.
Mhm.
And for the American people, Barrett, Drew, Melody, and Mallory, and honestly just like blow up Kamu's game.
Right. And their name, for anyone who's wondering or didn't watch, is called the Mosh Pit.
Yep, they're the mosh pit. So Devins gathers all the troops and gets this whole thing together. Also, well, sorry.
Wait, can we talk about before this?
Yes, we can.
I
That's
have a
why I just got tripped up.
okay. I was gonna
Are you
say
talking about Angela?
no, but I have a
Oh,
note on Angela. Okay.
hit it.
I have one thing more important, actually. Guaranteed. So Kamu tells Devins about wanting to get rid of D, and that's when the gears are turning for Devins, and he knows he has to use it, and he also knows that Kamu's fate is sealed in terms of like in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah,
another
totally.
reason that pushed him towards forming this mosh pit, even though he was already brainstorming.
Yes, exactly. Um, so yeah, Devins decides to make this alliance, and in the midst of all this, he obviously tells D he's going to use this, and that comma is going to go up. And so it's funny how we have kind of been thinking about Angela's position with the icons and how her temperament may cause them to hold information or tiptoe around stuff and not be as explicit with her so that it doesn't blow up. And we saw Dee try and do this, and she did a pretty good job, but then she kind of like did tell her everything. But she's like, I'm coming down,
Mm-hmm.
you're staying safe.
Yep.
And Angela's like, they're not using the veto.
Right.
And Dee's like, someone else is using the veto. And Angela's like, oh. And she's like, Kamu's going up. And Angela's like, Yosh would never put up Kamu. And Dee's like, someone else would. And so then Angela puts the pieces together that Devins has a power to
Mm-hmm.
take control of the veto ceremony. And I just thought it was funny that we saw Dee really trying like not to tell her and tell her at the same time, which is what we have been, speculating will be their strategy moving forward.
Yep.
Um, and that's pretty much all that I have leading up to the big veto.
Oh, okay. I have one like tiny note, but Melody is like, this is great. So smart to align with the icons. As she says icons, BB producers out there, hello. Cut to Angela growling and pointing. Did you see this?
No.
Oh my god, I thought like I was cracking up. I thought it was the
I'm
funniest thing
gonna have to
ever.
go back.
Please do. Like it's just like they're trying to like put the camera on the people that they're talking about, but instead of going to Devins and Dee, like they only put a camera on Angela, and she happens to be like, "Rah!" Like literally like that.
I'm crying. No way.
Also in this mosh pit alliance, Devins was like, do we need a move? Which, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to remove the mic from my hands in order to do this. And everyone's like, yeah, we do. And Devins like, how about this?
He's so weird. He's so weird, but I love
Yeah.
him.
Then they all start doing it, right? Just imagine. All the arms are flailing, all this. For our listeners at home, I was just doing stick figure walking. Anyway, Kamu walks in, which they're outside. So, like, it's not like he's walking into a room, but, like, he's just, like, walking to, like, literally all of them sitting on the couches, which I was like, is everyone asleep? Like, how are they doing this? Like, whatever.
It gave late night combo to me.
It gave late night convo, but it maybe not super late. Like, their bedtime, like, they can go to sleep at 10. It's giving, like, 11. Anyway, so then Kamu walks out, has no idea what's going on, is, like, asking them a question. Meanwhile, this alliance is literally being formed to get rid of him.
Yeah.
And they were like, oop.
Super awkward.
I know. And then Drew, he says, guys, guess what? And they're like, what? We have the majority. Well, maybe that's why this was formed. But honestly,
Right.
good thing he said that, because then it kind of makes them think that he's not always thinking about the game.
Yeah, but it's like, duh.
Duh.
So then there's this big veto meeting.
So big.
Yash thinks he's doing his big one. He's like, I'm not using it. Duh, everyone knows.
Meeting is
It's not. Devin says, this veto meeting has only just begun.
And then commercial break, which I'm whatever. And then
I was nervous that was where the episode ended, and I was gonna be so mad.
Me too, actually. I wasn't worried about that, but like I'm so glad you only said that now, because then I would have been worried.
Yeah, because like they sometimes like fuck around on these
Yes.
shows where like they'll like get you like that.
The Angela and Jason fight.
Yes.
The nomination ceremony.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so he basically goes on this rant about how he had a dream or something, or a vision of Survivor.
Survivor Ghost.
And of Jeff Probst coming to him and saying that he can't let one of Survivor's greatest players leave the Big Brother house. So he knew he had to use the diamond power of veto on Dee.
Right.
And the house is in uproar. It's iconic. It is so iconic. Angela, my favorite expressive queen. Mind you, she already knew this was happening. You would have thought she had no idea. She's so excited. Mind you, she's still on the block, and she's so excited.
I mean, some of the shots she looked annoyed.
Lala's gagged. Everyone's gagged.
Taylor, yep.
Yes. And obviously he then replaces Dee with Kamu.
My man. Kamu, sorry.
And yeah, that's, where we're left with the nominations being Haley, who I keep on forgetting is on the block because she's like so irrelevant now, because
And
she's
like she
literally,
belongs
like,
there.
She belongs there and she's irrelevant. So it's Haley, Angela, and Kamu.
And you bet your bottom dollar that I immediately, once he was the renom, went on Kalshi and voted that he was going out.
You think he'll go home?
Yeah,
was
because
literally just
Devins is not doing that unless he knows it'll get done.
I only worry about the BB blockbuster.
Oh, I forgot. No. I like low-key bet a lot.
How much did you bet?
$10.
Well, how much do you get if he goes home?
20. I think. Hold on.
So
Let me
you
get my
bet
receipt.
$10 and you'll get 10 more than you had before.
Hold on.
That's nice. But I honestly don't think that Kamu is like that much of a comp threat that everybody thinks he
It
is.
really depends what it is.
I agree, but I think everyone likes to say that he's a big comp threat, and I just don't know if
Oh,
that's true.
well, let me tell you this. When I bought his, like, what do you call it? His stock? Like, is that what it is? I don't
Sure.
know. When I bought him, sure. Uh, his position was quite low before the episode ended. He was at like maybe 40% ish, or no, like 30% ish. I don't know. He went up to like 49% chance of going home, with Haley being the top option. She was like over 50%. And then he comes into the mix, and then he ended up being like in the 40s when I bought it. And then this morning, it looks like he went down a little bit to like 42 ish.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I will. Oh, so I think I put. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I put $10 in, and I'll get 20 if it happens.
It could happen if he doesn't win the blockbuster.
Oh my God, wait, let me tell you something else. I bet on Drew being the winner of this season a while ago, which, like, low-key, I'm buying more stock in this, because it just went down 9%, or to 9%. Oh my God, that's even worse. People really don't think he's going to win.
I feel like it'll probably be Drew, D, or Devins who wins.
Okay, so right now in the market, Rick Devens has the highest with 17%, which I'm shocked, because usually D is above him. D has 15%, Mallory 12, Barrett 10, Kamu 10. I don't know why. Drew 9, Taylor 9, Melody 7, Yash 7, Angela 4, Latrice 3, Haley 2%, and Ashley 1, but she's out. Okay.
Yeah, for the Mallory of it all, I think it'll depend on how she plays the rest of the game. Because as of right
Yes.
now, she has quite literally done not a ton game wise in
Yeah, I
terms
think
of like big moves that she could like that the jury would
yeah.
recognize.
And I think
She's
like in
positioned herself
terms
well, but
for sure. And in terms of this last episode, I think the only shot of her that we saw was her eating popcorn watching OTEV.
yeah, I literally love her. She's so awesome.
I know. Yeah.
She's the favorite player for sure, but in terms of game, I don't know. We'll see.
Mhm. We have one more BB time capsule left.
Who do you think will get it?
I think I really want it to be Drew, but did you hear like the tea with Barrett and Drew and their admin?
No.
Barrett's people, if you show screenshots on your Instagram that you voted for Barrett 15 times a day, they're like sending you things and they'll like give you things. They're like bribing. It's the BB bribe, but in IRL.
Like money or like
I don't
gifts?
think money. I think it's like random. I don't know. I forget what it was. I'm gonna go like circle back to this. But
And
Drew,
Drew's people are doing the same thing or no?
no. So Drew's people, they took a screenshot of Barrett because also there's been endorsements for this. All of the icons accounts have endorsed Barrett, and none of them have endorsed Drew.
Interesting.
And
Because
Drew's,
they probably see Drew as more of a threat.
I don't know. But Drew's admin took a screenshot of this or like a repost of it and put it on his story and said, "Sorry, this is what you do when your admin isn't employed." And they go, "No shade, spicy Barrett, we love you, but still."
Wow.
I know. It's been like tea.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, I know. Okay, well, it turns out that the people are needing me.
Also, did my Zoom just stop or my thing?
Your Riverside? Yeah, it did. But the
Okay.
people are needing me. We should probably wrap it up. But I'm so glad that none of you out there backdoored us and you did make it to the end of this episode.
Yeah, feel free to go keep up with all of our live feed clips, our funny reels, and because we have a lot of fun reels to post
So
on Reel
many.
for That podcast, Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
Or TikTok's Reel for That pod.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, we'll see you guys like tomorrow.
Okay.
Peace out.
Bye.